It's Friday the 13th, which means don't step on any cracks, stay away from black cats, and oh yes, avoid summer camps and people in hockey masks. So as we celebrate this unlucky day, we have to recall the film that introduced us to iconic horror villain Jason Voorhees and ask the big question, is the slasher movie dead? Well, according to THR contributor Andy Crump, the slasher movie isn't a bygone horror niche in 2017, but it's less ubiquitous today than it was even a decade ago, and also less effective as a tradition of horror. But Crump also notes that recent Texas Chainsaw Massacre installments, a new Child's Play movie available on Netflix, and a Halloween follow-up opening in 2018 are proof that the slasher isn't dead. But just as Freddy loses his power the more that people forget him, so too has the slasher category lost much of its cultural cachet as horror has evolved, adapted, and shed its old skin to take on entirely new forms. Horror just doesn't need killers like the 80s icons of old anymore. However, as Crump says, that doesn't make them any less iconic though, and among them, Jason's iconography remains strongest. In part, that's credit to simplicity and design. Jason is in many ways the perfect slasher, a lumbering, relentless, omnipresent killing machine silently stalking the woods where we spent our summers growing up. Not everyone knew Friday the 13th would become an iconic slasher movie. Betsy Palmer, who played Mrs. Voorhees, revealed in a making-of feature that when she first read the script, she thought, what a piece of shit. No one is ever going to see this. It will come, and it will go. Like its iconic villain, Friday the 13th kept resurrecting and spawned 12 films, a TV show, books, comic books, toys, costumes, and video games. And remember, Jason doesn't just come around when Friday the 13th falls in the already spooky month of October. As Crump says, he's as happy to kill you around Thanksgiving as he is in June. According to Crump, maybe staying relevant is easy when you're functionally immortal. Maybe it's easier still when you're also a massive influence on an entire genre subcategory. Jason's relevance is assured by his symbolic trappings more than his stubborn deathliness. Neglect your calendar at your own peril. To read Crump's full critical piece on slasher movies, head to THR.com's Heat Vision. And let me know in the comments, is the slasher movie dead? What's your favorite one of all time? And will you be celebrating Friday the 13th or hiding in a studio and hoping for the best like me? For the Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Tiffany Taylor.